Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online radio box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live on another episode of the Jeff Releford Show here on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago. From the A-Track to the latest app, y'all. How's everybody doing today? Man, I'm going to tell y'all, man, I've learned some new information for the day that I need to share with you all. Now, I don't know, some of y'all might, be a little privy to this information. Some of y'all might not be privy to this information. But I'm going to let you know it is definitely going to be shared for today. It is going to be shared today. And when it gets shared, I need everybody to listen. I need y'all to keep the ears on, okay? Because it's something. And I can't lie to y'all. But I'm going to talk about this for a moment. But y'all know how it is, baby. We got some announcements to go ahead and say. We got some announcements to go ahead and do. So why don't we just get to it? So I got to remind you where we at. Boom, baby. We here at the Vibe Studios here at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. It consists of Ron Reed of the VNO, what you know, myself, Life Coach Jeff of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace, who is Smooch Wallace, baby. If you don't know him, please get to know him. And also Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. Listen, if you need your podcast or your radio show produced, we got you right here. So y'all stay tapped in to us because we're also doing a documentary for Fred Hampton Jr. of Chicago. If y'all don't know the legendary Fred Hampton, who was a political activist back in the day, he was murdered in cold blood. Chicago police killed him because he was trying to do the right thing by bringing unity, not just for Black people in Chicago, but for everyone. So we have our hands in the pot with a couple different things, y'all. So y'all just tap in with us. Once again, reach out to us for Vibe Studios 219, baby. We are here. We are at the studio on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago. We in the game, y'all. So, yes. And also, got to let the people know, man. Please check out Jewel XQ Cigar Lounge, 4469 Broadway in Gary, Indiana. Listen, they got good food, good drinks. And that is the place where the sophisticated come to play. So, please, y'all go ahead, throw it down there real good. Make sure you get you some good food. Invite your people out. Have a good time. Because this is what we do, y'all. Y'all go ahead, have a good time at Jewel XQ's Lounge, located at 4469 Broadway in Gary, Indiana. And also, I got to shout out my people at Shateria Beauty. Y'all know how we do. Come on, Chicago's #1 vegan hair care brand. Okay? They are giving cancer patients their hair back. And that's Shateria Beauty. SHATERIA Beauty. Okay? And go to ShateriaBeauty.com if you want manes that look like this, y'all. Boom. Look at them. Full head of hair, baby. It's amazing. Ruby Gold Smoke and TL Williams. They are a dynamic married couple that is doing their thing, both in music, but they are Chicago's #1 vegan hair care line. So y'all tap into that, please. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to dive right into this because I need to. I have to let y'all know what's going on for topics that are going on today. I got to let y'all know what's happening in the world. And this right here just got me. Okay. So I don't know if y'all know this. Now, it's supposed to go down tomorrow. Okay. I don't know if y'all know that the rapture's coming. I had to yell it from the rooftops. I had to go on air and I had to let the people know. I don't know what you know, But they said it's coming tomorrow, y'all. I don't know how many of y'all know. They said the rapture's coming tomorrow, So round up your babies, your kids. Start reading your Bibles. Get right. I'm just saying that's what they say is going on tomorrow. But this South African pastor also says that it could come either tomorrow or Wednesday. He says that Jesus himself came to him in a dream, in a prophetic vision, prophetic dream, and told him that the end of the world is tomorrow, pretty much. I'm just saying, through divine prophecy. I'm just letting y'all know this. This is a South African preacher by the name of Joshua Mulakela. We'll just say that's who this South African preacher is, and that's what he's saying and telling people. So he's saying that the exact date was revealed to him. So y'all, are you ready? I just want to say this. Any worldly possessions that you may have, and I have to say this too. The views and opinions that are expressed on this Jeff Releford show are not necessarily the views of opinions of the Biggs Radio or its affiliates. Okay? I just want to let y'all know that. I had to say this because of this topic I'm talking about, but I have to say this every show. So I'm saying it right now. Yes, this African preacher says that the rapture is tomorrow, or Wednesday. Now, the Bible tells me I don't know the day or the hour. I just want to let y'all know that's what it say in the scriptures. That's what it say. But this man says it's gonna be here, y'all. So y'all need to be ready. Crystal Relevant is tapped in. She says, I just heard about it this morning. Why they wait till the last minute to let us know? I need more notice. You know what? I need more notice too. Maybe God don't give 24 hours. That's why we're not supposed to know the day of the hour. Maybe we weren't supposed to have no notice at all. Let me tell y'all, man, the signs and wonders have been here for a long time. This is why we're not supposed to know the date, nor the hour, nor the time of things such as this. As far as I'm concerned, you just need to do right, be right. Whatever do right or be right means to you, you do that. I'm not here to push an agenda or an opinion. I just thought that it was very interesting that this man, which several people have come to say that the rapture is coming. I'm not the only one. They said, remember December 31st, 2012? Y'all remember that? When that was supposed to be the proclaimed end of the world. But guess what? Everybody was still here the next day. I'm just saying, people, we don't know when this is going to happen. That's why I'm kind of, I don't want to say tickled. My grandmother used to say tickled about stuff like this. So y'all, I guess today I'm tickled. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Crystal also says, okay, then should have kept his mouth shut. I'm just saying, because we're not supposed to know the day or the hour. That's what scriptures say. So why would we be told? I'm just saying, apparently somebody knew something that we all didn't know. Okay. So he said Jesus was telling them that they're gonna come to take his church. So South African preacher has prophesied the end times in an interview with Sentwinz TV. Okay, so this is a video. Y'all type in CENTTWINZ TV. That's where y'all can actually find this at. Okay, that's exactly where y'all can find this. I guess this is an interview. It's over an hour long, and he's talking about a few things. And this is one of the things that he's talking about. Now, it's very interesting, because as I read up on these things, it has struck fear in a lot of people on TikTok. My TikTok community is really paying attention to this. And some people are being funny. They're saying that's not going to happen. They're saying, okay, if you have any worldly possessions that you would like to donate in terms of vehicles, home, money, send it here, send it this way. This is all said not to offend people, because y'all know I'm a believer as well, but we have to laugh. We have to have fun. We have to live sometimes. So allow me to live today, y'all. Allow me to say a little something out here. Okay. I'm just trying to say a little something out here, put a smile on somebody's face today, because if you think you know, but if you think you're going to go, that means you don't need those possessions. I'm just saying, turn over 20, maybe a Benz. I'll ask for is a 20, a Benz, and maybe a partially used home. Okay. What I mean by partially used home. Oh yeah, my sister. Crystal also says they falling out on TikTok. Yes, they are. They are falling out on TikTok because of this information. I'm just letting y'all know. So I got to bring it over to Facebook. I got to bring it over to a few other places. I got to bring it over to LinkedIn. I got to bring it over to YouTube because it ain't hit that yet. But TikTok, they talking on TikTok, y'all. They talking. So I gotta let y'all know it's happening. Kim, I see you laughing out here. I see you laughing. If you have any worldly possessions, Kim, that you would also like to donate to Jeff Releford, my Cash App is the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus Cash App. Taco, what's going on? I know you have a concert on Wednesday, sir, at City Winery. Taco will be doing his thing. Y'all reach recording artist, national recording artist Taco, man. Please get at him. He is having a concert at City Winery. I just want to let you know, dog, when you do your concert, they say the rapture is coming, Taco. I don't know, big dog. I don't know if your concert will be had, sir. I don't know. They said Tuesday or Wednesday. Hopefully, sir, you able to have your concert first, and then the rapture can come. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, much love, big dog. I'm just letting people know we got our tickets already. Me and the wife will be there. We'll be making our thing happen, at the concert. If we all not whisked away and taken up, we'll see. But yeah, we're going to see what's up. But we're going to make it happen. So yeah, big shout out to Taco, my homie Taco, national recording artist Taco, man. He's done great things. He continues to do great things. So y'all get out to City Winery and support my boy. What'd he say? He said they won't know whenever that rapture. Yes, happens. Yes, sir. Until it happens. See, we got Taco on the line. Taco know what's going on. Thank you, sir. Sometimes you just got to let them know. They not going to know it happens until it happens, sir. So turn up on Wednesday at City Winery. What'd you say, my man? The doors open at 6, I believe. The doors open up at 6. And yeah, y'all show up there. Just show up. City Winery, 6 o'clock, Taco. Show your love to my man. Yes. Kim says she got me on the worldly possessions and the money. I'm just letting y'all know. And Crystal says, so I shouldn't pay my rent for next month. I would hold off on paying your rent for next month. Since it's all coming, I would hold off. I would hold off. Paulette says he coming like a thief in the night. We're not supposed to know, people. He coming like a thief in the night. But I'm just letting y'all know, this pastor know. He says that Christ came to him in a divine dream. And for my people that's listening over the airwaves and for my people that's watching on media streams, I just want to let y'all know, we don't know what's happening, y'all. People going to continue to live their lives. I'm telling y'all, when 2012 came, everybody was tripping out about the movie. But I heard that the Mayan man who wrote On the Rock, it was inscribed somewhere that he just stopped writing and he ran out of rock. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just letting the people know. The Mayan ran out of rock. That's what happened. So y'all, this was the big announcement that I had. This is the thing that's sweeping the nation right now. Apparently it is Rapture City on TikTok and social media, and people are going crazy. But I know someplace you got to be just in case it does come or it doesn't come. You need to be at City Winery tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. You need to be at City Winery on Wednesday to support Taco. Please. National Recording Artist Taco. That's my guy. He's going to be doing his thing. He's been on Power 92. He's been on several media outlets. He even been on my show. My man, you need to come back too, man. Come on back, big dog. We can have you sit down and chat. We can get our interview on. I got a few other interviews going on as well. So I want to let y'all know, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I want to let y'all know what we've learned. Again, the rapture is coming maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. So just follow some simple directions. I've told y'all, if you know somebody who is giving away worldly possessions and you would like to enjoy those worldly possessions, please do for the day. Go ahead, make it happen. If you can hold a 20, a Benz, and a new home, a partially used home, run with that. Okay? A Benz, a 20, and a partially used home, y'all are in the game out here. I just want to let y'all know, do your thing. Shout out to the homie Track Talk, who's listening as well. Track Talk, he's also a recording artist. He is doing his thing. Track Talk is really making some things happen. with his recording his music and everything. My man, I have not seen you in quite some time, man. You don't be outside like that, but it's all right. I haven't been outside lately. So big shout out to Track Talk, baby. Track music, okay? Track music, okay? Y'all pay attention to that brother out here. So, yeah, that's one of the things. And you know what? When we have this talk about certain conversations about these things, okay, when we start talking about the rapture, Bible artists, that make you want to get right. So there is something that did catch my eye this week. And, it's something that is kind of wild. It's about this rapper who is in media right now, who is really in the headlines also. His name is David. And apparently there was a body found in his towed Tesla. It was identified to be a 15-year-old girl. All right, real quick, let me put these up on the screen. Okay, so for the viewers who don't know where to find it, this is about the rapture, y'all. Hold on, because Paulette, she put up some scriptures. Okay, in Thessalonians 5:2, Matthew 24:43, and 2 Peter 3:10. Okay, if you want to get your rapture information, follow these scriptures. Thessalonians 5:2, Matthew 24:43, and 2 Peter 3:10. For my Bible people out there, I'm just letting y'all know. So yeah, this is something that's sweeping the nation. It says a body was found in a Tesla vehicle registered to singer David. It was identified as a 15-year-old girl. She has been approximately missing, I believe, for 2 years. Yeah, wild stuff that happens here in the headlines. When I first heard of this, I was like, oh, okay. I kind of wonder how this was going. But I guess from what I've been hearing, and with some of the music that's been out there that he has come up with, things are a bit kind of dark in this area. People, we get some success, we start being around certain people, right? We get to seeing what everybody does and how they do it, right? You get some friends, you get some people who might be some acquaintances or some associates, and you get a little wild out here. And apparently, this girl was found in this Tesla, okay, because they repoed the car. So it was found at an impound lot. And the people, I guess, who took the car complained of a foul odor. And they came across this. And I don't care what you have going on. Listen, everybody likes money. Everybody likes fast cars. Everybody likes all this stuff. But you got to be careful out here. Even if this young man is innocent of what's going on, he is being investigated. They are looking into this young man. You got to watch the company that you keep out here. And keep your nose clean, people. Don't go out trying to do all this wild stuff for my artists out here and my people out here who trying to do something, who get a little bit of money, who get a little bit of fame, and my regular people out here. Please watch the company that you keep. Women, go outside and be safe. Please be safe out here. Okay, be safe, because to me, this could very much so be a case in point to where maybe the car was being used someplace else, right? Or somebody might have taken the car. It was registered to a boy who was younger at the time. He could still drive, so I don't know. Maybe he had his little friends in the car with him. Maybe they got into some mess. I don't know, but it don't look good for the young man. So, I hope that the authorities can come down to what really happened to this young girl. And, this singer's 20 years old. He's 20 years old. This is a young man who has a lot of life to live, And with that being said, this is a wild case out here. And y'all, kids, stop listening to all this depressing music. If you got kids, please tell your kids, stop listening to all this depressing music out here. A lot of this music is talking about getting high, getting drunk, taking pills like Percocet and doing all this lean, doing all this stuff. This is out in a lot of music right now. And a lot of this music is very depressing. I just got to be honest. When I go to a lot of different showcases, and when I was going to showcases, I went to a bash this Saturday. Shout out to Miss Rowe. Ro Bryant of Rose Design Services. She gets people right and hooked up. When I went out there, the music is good music because you still got some older guys who try to do some things, keep music alive. But a lot of this music with this younger crowd of people is very depressing. It's very disheartening to hear what these young kids are talking about doing, and it's wild. It's wild. Paulette says that body had to be stinking, sounds suspect. Need more info on how long she's been dead. Yeah, that's what they're trying to figure out, Paulette. They are trying to figure out how long this woman, this young lady has been gone for and what the actual cause was. So they're trying to figure out all this stuff. This is unfolding. I guess this happened on Monday when all this was discovered, but the car was actually repoed earlier in the month, like September 2nd or that first week of September, something like that. So yeah, this is something. So y'all be careful out here. Women, watch your back. Young girls, watch your back. Don't be trusting everybody that you're around, the whole nine, because things do happen. And sometimes, unfortunately, because we put ourselves in certain situations, we have a tendency to get wrapped up in the wrong things sometimes. So y'all, we just want to steer clear away from anything that might seem suspicious or might seem negative, okay? Just want to spread that out to my people. Y'all go ahead, find a way, be safe out here. Oh, okay, I just got wind on some stuff. Okay, we got some stuff coming up with Biggs, y'all. Biggs Radio Music Conference in Rockford. Save the date, November 15, 2025 at 3 p.m. We're going to have more details on that as it unfolds, y'all. That is beautiful. Let's make some stuff happen. That's awesome. I like that. Yes, Biggs Radio Music Conference and Showcase in Rockford, Illinois. Oh, yeah. We're going to be in the building, baby. Make sure we got some stuff going on. I'd put in a day or two. We can have some fun out there in Rockford, Illinois. So, yeah, like I said, more details and everything will come out later with that. So I just want to talk about a couple of topics, or a few topics that were sweeping the nation. As y'all know, Charlie Kirk's funeral also was happened. What was this, yesterday, I believe? If y'all don't know who Charlie Kirk was a young individual, young man, who was, I think he might have been 30 or not even 30 yet, had a wife and 2 kids. He was going around talking about political stances and aspects at different colleges and universities. He made his presence known. He was fatally shot and killed about a couple weeks ago. And yeah, man, that was very tragic. I didn't like how people were going around spreading the hate and everything like that. How would you like it if that was you? Because you could be dead and all this other stuff. I did a whole episode about this a couple weeks ago. So that's how I went down, y'all. That's how I felt about it. I gave my views, my opinions on it. But his funeral was yesterday. And what's up? Dr. Al Greer is in the house. The Peanut Butter Brother, baby, in the house. Y'all catch Bedtime Stories with Al Greer on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, man. This brother is doing good things. He always has a lineup of the Dusties, y'all, okay? He always got a lineup of the good Dusties that are played. So for the lovers, with you in mind, okay? I'm sorry, that's the moniker I'm going to give you, Al, Doctor. For the lovers in mind, y'all better pay attention to the Peanut Butter Brother, Dr. Al Greer in the house, y'all. Tro, shout out to you, big dog. Good seeing you on Saturday. But yes, Charlie Kirk's funeral was just happening and everything, that was also big in the news. The Senate has passed a bill to make Charlie Kirk's birthday, which I believe is on October 17th, I believe. They want to make that a national day of remembrance. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, there are a lot of things that happen within our country, big deaths, big things that happen within our country. The question I have was Charlie Kirk that person who needs a day of remembrance? After him, was he that big? Is it to the point to where if something happens to somebody who is big on social media, might not be that much of a celebrity, but big on social media, because now, guess what, people? Celebrity status has changed. If you blow up on social media, now you're pretty much a celebrity and you can get paid. You can get a lot of different gigs, different stuff to that nature. But is it worth the Senate passing a bill to make this man's birthday a national day of remembrance. You know, I is that something that the American people or you yourself will want to be reminded of? You know, um, I don't. This is just my view and my opinion about it. Uh, I understand that the man was doing something great. I understand that the man was going around spreading awareness to people with his views and his opinions about things. Some people he disagreed with, some people he did not agree with. You know, but is it worth a national day of remembrance? Me, I will say no. Kind gesture. From the Americans that represent us in the Senate, because I didn't vote for this. I know you listening didn't vote for this. Uh, Kind gesture, but do I believe it needs that type of national attention? Maybe not. You know, maybe not. Again, my opinion, my words, maybe not. So, yeah, Kim, absolutely not. You know, because I'm telling you, if that's the case, you know, this also opens up a can of worms for these black people that were wrongfully assassinated by police as well. How come there was no bill passed for a national day of remembrance for the people that were found wrongfully killed by police in this country? When those names were being said, when those names were being heard, when that footage was out and cops were being punished for certain things, how come these things were not said? Paulette is chiming in as well. Paulette says, absolutely not. Remember how much of a bigoted racist he was. He had what? Okay, all he had was opinions and no facts. Some of the stuff he had was facts when he started talking about political views, like the laws and stuff. Those were the facts in the videos that he was talking about that I saw. I didn't get a lot of the racist comments and stuff that hit my algorithm. I guess that's what Facebook and Instagram does. They play around with the algorithm, you know. But yeah, Kim, like I was saying, you know, we got to remember all these other people, man, because there are people who are also wrongfully killed who are just living their lives in America. You know, is there going to be something for them one day? My people, and I want to put this out, you know, my people, my African-American people, my black people, we have done things in remembrance, but let's try to see if the country can do something. Let's see if the Senate can pass a bill for these people, right? Let's just see if the Senate can kind of pass a bill for these people, because I feel that there's a grave injustice when things like that happen to our own in this country. And people wonder why we say the things that we say. For my overseas listeners, you know, America is one of those things. America is a great country to live in. It's a great place. I will not tell anybody to go back and do whatever, or you made a mistake by coming in. Nah, whoever's seeking refuge or trying to go to a better place, America's a great country. But just like any other country, yo, we have flaws. We have flaws. So just know that no place is perfect, baby. There's always going to be a little something out here that will bother you or upset people. And a big shout out to the top listening cities, okay? Big shout out to New York, Pittsburgh, Smyrna, Tennessee, Salt Lake City, Utah, San Diego. You know, we got these major cities listening. We want to give big shout outs to y'all. I got people in Nashville, Tennessee, people out here in the city of Chicago, you know, listening. So Indianapolis is in the building too. So people who streaming in on the lot coming in from Indianapolis, you know. So big shout out to everybody who's listening all while, because Biggs Radio just doesn't cover Chicago, baby. Well, Chicago might be the home base, but you know, we just don't cover Chicago, baby. We are worldwide out here. From the A-Track to the latest app, y'all. This is WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, and you are tuning in to the Jeff Releford Show. Yeah, y'all. Tell me, man, we talking today, ain't we, people? Aren't we, people? We are talking about a few things. And I just want to take this time to bring up some current events and some different stuff, because, you know, I'm always giving y'all some motivation, some inspiration. But there are things going on in this world that people need to know about, you know. And let's take a look at something. Hold on, let me see something. Something just caught my eye. Something just really caught my eye. Okay, no, we're not going to say that at all. Nope. That's a different time, different place. That probably shouldn't be on there. But anyway, y'all, like I say, y'all, now in light of Charlie Kirk's death, as we're talking about this, to bring this up again, Jimmy Kimmel also took some flack, y'all. Okay. Jimmy Kimmel also took some flack. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's Jimmy Kimmel, Kim. It's crazy because I was just getting ready to bring this up and you typed it in. Yes. Jimmy Kimmel sat up here is taking flack for some of his comments about MAGA's response to Charlie Kirk's death. Now, if y'all don't know, the MAGA people are the people that support Donald Trump in office. That's the Make America Great Again people. A lot of people was asking, well, if Charlie Kirk was out here talking about what is MAGA, what is Make America Great Again, when was it great? For which people in America? Black, white, Hispanic? These questions I ask, but I'm just saying, Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. We're going to talk about that too, Paulette. That just hit. But let's talk about this real quick, real fast. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's show is set to return on Tuesday. Okay? At first, they were talking about suspending his show indefinitely for the remarks that he made about the death of Charlie Kirk. Now, I'm just saying, I don't believe none of the comments that he made were too controversial. We live in a country where it's a right to free speech. It's very funny how we want to censor people when they don't agree with us. If people don't agree with you, it is cool for you to simply just walk away or agree to disagree. Maybe have a little bit of banter back and forth, a little bit of talk, something of that nature. But it's okay if somebody does not agree with you. The world is not going to end. But again, we live in this great country where people do believe that you just can't say certain things. Okay. Now this is very interesting news that I'm receiving right now. It says Jimmy Kimmel is coming back on Tuesday because they lost $4 million and cancel subscriptions, y'all. Now, see, this right here, this says a lot. Now, free speech is okay when you start losing money. Okay, so I guess the network or the station didn't actually realize how much money Kimmel was generating through the ratings and the views. Y'all, Kimmel got a big audience, yo. Kimmel has said some things before that have brought him some heat and everything, but the network and the station was able to deal with that. So now, because he made some comments about Trump and the supporters and Charlie Kirk's death and what they were doing, now free speech is okay because you want to bring the man back because he generated y'all some dollars and some ratings. Y'all actually should have, honestly, y'all should have thought about that. I'm going to just be real. Y'all should have thought about that before y'all ever came out talking about canceling this man's show. Now, to me, that speaks a lot about the industry. Oh, Kimmel has also hit him with a lawsuit as well. Okay. Now, see, there it is. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You can't sit up here and tell me that I can speak and talk on certain things. And what he said was not, it wasn't distasteful conversation. It wasn't. All the man did was put out his opinion just like everybody else does. And because he got a couple boos in the crowd, some of the execs was sitting in the back saying, we don't like this. We're going to get rid of him. But the man is back. So I'm very happy about that. Okay. What was that? And they wanted him to make a donation to the family, but they ended up losing money. That's it. They did. They wanted the man to make a donation to the family. I did hear about that too. That's come on, people. How much? How much can we do, y'all? How much do you want people to do? You know, yeah. So that's another thing, man. Kimmel out here was doing his thing, and he just made a couple statements, and then yeah, people crazy, y'all. I just want to let y'all know the world that we live in today. Again, we live in a society where you can't talk about people too harshly because then people will want to get rid of you. We also live in a society where you can be as sensitive as you want to be and not have a thick skin or not have a spine. I'm saying this because this has hit a lot of the younger generation and a lot of them need to wake up. Listen, I got beat with a belt. I got called names when I was little and younger. And guess what? My family told me it was to make me stronger. But you want to know something? When I get up every day in the morning, I thank my family for how I was raised. Because you know why? The things that were said, the things that were done, it wasn't out of respect to me. A lot of times, y'all, parents are not always going to be perfect. Your grandparents are not going to be perfect. Nobody is going to be perfect in raising you. But what you have to do is you have to remember to lean on some of those words of wisdom that these people did give you while you were younger. Because at the end of the day, you're going to grow up and you are going to need that. And all I see in this generation is gentle parenting at its best, where people do not want to discipline their children. Oh, y'all to open up a can of worms with your boy today, talking about some of this stuff, because this is wild. Parents, they don't come with the operating manual and they do have to wing it. Yeah, I agree with you, Donna Lynn. They do have to. Parents don't come with an instruction manual. They have to wing it. So at some point in time, you got to have some compassion out here. But I just see that these kids now, super sensitive, yo. I saw a video, a reel today, where a song that was played on the radio, so maybe some of my Chicago people can help me with this. I don't know. There was a song on the radio that used to be played where it was saying, "Yo, mama's on crack rocks." Now, I don't know if y'all remember this. I'm just saying this was a real song on the radio. Now, I'm going to tell y'all how this correlates with what I'm trying to say. Because there was a guy who spoke after that song was made. He said, you know what, y'all? Back in the day, we used to just punk people outwardly, outrightly. We don't do that anymore. So on this whole song, the kids are saying, "Your mama don't cry." I'm just letting y'all know this is real. I cannot make this up. Y'all can find it on TikTok. Y'all can find us on YouTube. See, Paulette remembers this song. Somebody remembers this song. Paulette remembers this song. Okay. All you need is one. So I got one. So this was a real song that was out, and this brother said, I came from a generation where we punked you outright. We talked about you outright because if we talked about you, you had to have thick skin because people will come for you if they found out some information about you. I believe this to be very true. Very true. And it is very evident with the information that is put out today, how people feel about certain things. I say this all the time, y'all. I've said this on my podcast. I've said this on this show. We live in a society today where people can identify and do what they want to do and be who they want to be, to the point to where you can even change the sex that you want to change. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. But do not get mad at people when they have a difference of opinion of the choice that you made to do for yourself. You can't get mad. If anything, baby, I got a lot more respect for you if you stand by it. If you stand by it, you walk on it, and you do your thing, you got your boy right here. And I'll break bread with you regardless. But if you stand on what you believe in, you got me, baby. I'm just letting y'all know you got me. What else is going on? Okay. Paulette did say something earlier that I do want to address on. I want to know if anybody heard of this. Paulette said, what about the young man who was found hung on a college campus and it was deemed a suicide? Okay. Now, Paula, I didn't have any time to look this up real fast. I didn't have any time to see what was going on. But what was going on? What was going on with that? Because let me see. Let me see if I can find something. Young man found. Let me see. Young because we doing some of this on the fly, man. Some people, they bringing up some stuff in the comments, and I'm gonna bring it up to y'all. Man, found on college campus. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what good old Google is going to tell me. Okay, is this a 21-year-old man, Paulette, who was found in Mississippi? Ah, yes. We are talking about the same information. So a young man, 21-year-old black Delta, 21-year-old black male at Delta State University student. He was a Delta State University student. He goes by Trey, was found hanging from a tree on the Mississippi campus on Monday, September 15th. An autopsy by the state medical examiner concluded the death was a suicide. Okay. And it says a finding that the family intends to challenge by seeking an independent autopsy for more transparency from the authorities. Now, let me tell y'all something, y'all. We know that, and his arms and legs were broken. Okay. Now, see, this is where it gets great. This is where it gets, I'm not talking about great, but I'm saying this is where it gets juicy at. Because, see, sometimes I don't know how can, now, see, this is when a state, I'm going to say it because this is the truth here. When a state don't want to take no backlash, yes, they are going to deem that a suicide. So this man's legs and arms were broken. In the state of Mississippi, the good old state of Mississippi. I just have to say it like that. I'm sorry, y'all. Please don't get offended. Don't get upset at me, because guess what? I ain't talking about you. If you didn't kill the man, I ain't talking about you. But I am going to say this. When a state doesn't want to take any type of flack, okay, because they don't want any bad press or quote unquote publicity on them. Sounds like to me, people, that a cover up is going to happen. I'm just saying, sounds like to Life Coach Jeff that a cover up is going to happen. Where's the morality from people nowadays? You going to tell me that this man was going to break his arms and legs and then kill himself? That's a suicide? Baby. Back it on up a little bit. Let's back it up. Let's talk about facts. What is it? What does that say? Paulette said, then the police said they had a video of his final moments. What? Oh, that's wild. I would be very shocked to see what is actually going on with this case. Now, that is very interesting. And the family has hired a civil rights attorney, Ben Crump. Okay, Ben Crump. We're familiar with Ben Crump. He's tried a lot of different cases and such. It's about to happen. It's about to go down. Yep. Down the land right. It's about to be on and popping out here. Yes, ma'am. Because whenever you get somebody like that in this high profile, yeah, it's about to go down. These deaths in these southern states, these hangings of these black men, they need to stop. Now, the views that are expressed on the Jeff Releford Show are not necessarily the views of WCHI Biggs Radio or its affiliates. I have to say that. Now, I have a question for my people out there, for my racist people out here in the world. How would you feel if somebody came looking for you and decided to say, you know what? We gonna hang somebody today. Sounds like a good night to put somebody on a tree. What if my brothers and sisters were saying that and they came for you? If you was out and about, walking the streets one day, doing whatever it is that you do, how do you think that would make you feel? Would you want national attention on the news? Would you want to hire a big attorney, right? Would you want to hire a big attorney to make sure that this gets the coverage that it deserves because your family member was wrongfully killed and the police wanted to deem it a suicide? How would that make you feel? Racist white people. I'm just saying, we here in America, There's a lot of black, white, racial things going on. ICE is going up, scooping up a lot of these Hispanics. Yeah. And from what I hear, it's a bounty. They talk about these people, they giving up money for I don't understand. It is a lot going on in this country, but this is what we live in. This country we live in. It says, yep, the story had me crying and outraged. I hear you, Paulette. These things are wild out here. You know, and Ben Crump, if y'all not familiar with Ben Crump is a great attorney. He is out here. He is making things happen. And okay, they got the FBI involved too. Good. All this, y'all, it just has to stop. Because every time when I talk about something like this or I see it, it just sends me to a whole nother level. Because it is just very sad that people have to say this every year. I feel like people say this every year. They say it in 2015, 2016, 2019, 2017, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2025. They say this all the time, and it is extremely repetitive. It is sad that we are in this particular year, and we are still STILL, all in caps, and like 3-4 exclamation points, having to deal with this type of behavior. It's sad. It's real sad. You know? It's one of those things. It's one of those things. As long as you continue to spew hate, I feel that you will receive hate. There are some people that don't even want to go towards other people with a 10-foot pole. But y'all just show more love to people. Doesn't matter what race, what skin color you are, what ethnic background that you have. Show love to people, because love is the truth. Love is the thing that will surpass all of this in this world. Show some people some love today, because I'm telling you, gosh, to hear something like that, hoo-wee, that type of stuff gets me going all the time, because it just makes no sense. Again, racist white people, how would you feel if that was your family member? People get real mad if I dedicated the show to that. I just want to let y'all know, because the comments will start coming in very quickly. Very quickly. Jeff, why is it black or white? Jeff, why is it about this? Why is it about that? Sir, why are you talking about this types of issues? You know, we should just treat everybody with respect. Yeah, that's very true. But again, the only reason why I have to have a conversation like this with possibly one day when I have my own child, it's very sad that I have to have a conversation with him or her to say that you may have a target on your back. Now, the conversation is very different from what it was when I was younger, and maybe my grandparents and great-grandparents, you know, were younger. The conversation is very different, but that same undertone is still there. And until we're able to wipe that undertone clean with a true version of equality for all people, not just one or two particular races or colors, but all people in America, then that'll change. So, you know, let's just try to spread more love, people. That's my rant about that. Y'all have stuck with your boy for a good hour, man. We didn't talk about the rapture. Like I said, again, my points for the rapture, make sure you find a Benz, a 20, and a slightly used home that somebody's willing to give away. And I think you're going to make it. I think you might have a chance out here. You just might have a chance. Find your come up. If anybody is trying to donate their worldly possessions because this African pastor has proclaimed the rapture is coming, please send it my way. I'm just giving a quick recap for the people that are just tuning in, because once we go off air, it's going to be gone. But guess what? We have a stream that is on YouTube, on Facebook, okay, that you can go back and watch this from. So you can catch all of this. But I have to say this for my people. So the rapture is coming either tomorrow or Wednesday. This South African pastor says, be ready, because Jesus is coming. He came to him specifically in a dream, in his prophetic vision, and told him the rapture is tomorrow. So again, Find a 20, a slightly used home, and a Benz, you might be fine out here, okay? Any worldly possessions that need to be donated, your money especially can come via Cash App to the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus Cash App, $ Redirect, Regroup, Refocus. Donate your money there. Or if you just want to see the show going, do that. Give your money there. Also, donate money to Biggs Radio as well, because, we can keep the station going. Like any radio station, we all have fees and things that need to be handled. Big radio stations, we're a big radio station. This is what we do. It takes money. So donate your money also to Biggs Radio also. And what else did we talk about? We talked about Charlie Kirk's funeral. We talked about that as well. The different things that were going on pertaining to that. How the Senate passed a bill to go ahead and make his birthday a national day of awareness. I asked the question, was that something that was actually worth it? Worth the Senate actually doing, some people say yes, some people say no. There's a difference of opinion with that as well. We also talked about Jimmy Kimmel with his comments, him being canceled, but then being reinstated. Oh, baby, money had a lot to do with it. So I just want to say something. If you want to get big out here, if you have a following, if you join a major network, get a lot of people behind you, have a great show that could be nominated for a whole bunch of awards. You've done some great accolades in the community. And then you have leverage. Because guess what? They won't get rid of you. Because why? You're bringing them money. Make yourself that valuable. Okay, this is for my people who want to make it. Make yourself that valuable to where you generate millions and billions of dollars for these companies. So that way they have to keep you. So if you say something that they don't quite agree with, guess what? It's harder. It's cheaper to keep her. Right? It's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep him than it is losing him. I just got to put that out there. We also talked about the hanging of a young 21-year-old black man in a Mississippi black college. HBCU. Spoke on those things because that is something that has to stop, people. Racism, different things of that nature, they have to stop in this country. Like I said earlier, show love to people. Make sure that you're exuding that to others. Don't be selfish, because I get it. We all want to worry about us, but take a little bit of time to worry about somebody else out here because, show compassion. Doesn't take a lot to show compassion. Some of y'all it might, but it really doesn't take a lot to do it. So also, y'all can find all of us on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago from the A-Track to the latest app, y'all. Y'all can find your boy, Life Coach Jeff, going to www.biggsradio.com, okay? And we have Julian St. Chris coming up next, okay, on Mixtape Monday. And then after, we have the Dinah Lynn Big Show. And we will also have Al Greer, the Peanut Butter Brother, coming on tonight. So listen, man, we have a great lineup for y'all. And we will not be done till late in the night hour, okay? So y'all go ahead, stay tapped in with us. It's not an HBCU. It's a small black population. Okay, thank you for the correction, Paulette. Thank you, girl. I agree with that. Thank you. It was a small black population, so that's what it was at that school. But and that young man was hung. But yes, y'all can catch us once again, WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, from the A-Track to the latest app. You've been tuning in to the Jeff Releford Show, baby. In about little over 5 minutes, Julian St. Chris will be on with Mixtape Monday, y'all. So listen, I'm going to go ahead so y'all can rock out to a little bit of the music on the station right now. And we are going to conclude this show. For today. So, all right, y'all. Quick shout out to my people that was listening. Shout out to Crystal M. Releford, Kiana Kaleshi in the building, Trosh in the house, Paulette, Kimberly Patterson, Al Greer, my boy Track Talk, and to everybody who was listening over the airwaves, those states that I mentioned earlier. Thank y'all. What did I say? I said Atlanta, Georgia. I said Salt Lake City, Utah. Right? Salt Lake City, Utah. What else was that? Smyrna, Tennessee, San Diego, and New York, and Pittsburgh. So thank y'all all for listening. It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, from the A-Track to the latest app. And guess what? Redirect, regroup, refocus. I love y'all. Peace out, y'all. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go.